Hi and welcome to the mindfulness or meditation video here to help explain what it's all about and how you do it. Now, as I've described in the workbook, I believe that mindfulness or meditation is a very, very valuable thing. And really, truthfully, if I'm going to give you the very best out of this 90 days, I believe hand on heart that meditation or mindfulness should be part of that process. It'll help you deal with so much more in life. You'll be happier for it and you'll be able to do a lot more. So there's two ways of kind of going around with meditation. You can either download an app. I use Headspace. There are other apps called Mind You, Mindfulness app, or Calm. And you can choose from there a variety of type of meditation. So Headspace, for example, has series or little sets of meditations that help you deal with certain things like anxiety or depression or stress or worry or how to feel more happy. Or there's unguided meditation, whereby it's simply just a dong to remind you or to tell you to stop meditating. So you can set the alarm or the buzzer, if you like, for a certain amount of time. Or you can just do it on your own. You can meditate or spend some time being mindful on your own with just a stopwatch or set your phone alarm. Now, there's a big bit in the transformation manual about habit forming techniques. Now, integrating something new into your life, albeit 5 or 10 minutes, can feel like a big deal, especially when something like meditation is really something you should do every day. So finding that time every day can be quite difficult. So what I suggest you do is have a good read through the habit forming section of the workbook, and perhaps this is something that you need to work on to install as a new habit, and so set that as one of the 3 new habits that you want to work on. What I recommend though is starting small. So start out by simply sitting down in a quiet room for just 2 minutes. So find a couple of minutes. So say, right, this week I'm going to find 2 minutes every day to sit and start this mindfulness process. Then on week 2, you can start to say, okay, right, well, I've found that time to sit for 2 minutes. It's much easier now for me to just increase it by a little bit to sit for 5 minutes. What I'd recommend you do though is try and work up to sitting for at least 10 minutes, anything up to 20 minutes. Or if you really want to, you can do a 10 minutes morning, and then another time do a further 10 minutes. It's important to also find the right environment. Now, you don't want to be sat in an office or sat with lots of distraction around you. Although the mindfulness will help you take your thoughts away from those distractions, they can be quite interfering and disturbing. So what I suggest you do is go and find somewhere that's nice and quiet, your bedroom, your car, just sit in your car. I'm in my office here, I do mine in my office, but I have done mine in my car before. Just find somewhere that's quiet, peaceful, with a nice chair that you can sit upright. So I'm going to now talk you through, if you want to do it on your own without one of the apps, I'm going to talk you through what you should be doing. So I'd like you to start by sitting up nice and tall, sit comfortably in your seat. And you're going to take 5 big deep breaths. In through the nose, out through the mouth. And as you're just breathing, I'd like you to just get a soft gaze in front of you. So not particularly focusing on anything, not particularly looking on anything particular, just a nice soft stare in front of you. So after those 5 deep breaths, you're then going to close your eyes. And as you close your eyes, I'd like you to just feel the weight of your body, feel the contact of the floor on your feet. Feel the arms heavy on your lap. Feel your bum and back on the chair. And just settle into the environment around you. So spend a little bit of time just picking out all the sounds that you can hear, the feelings, the senses, the smells, the senses on your skin, how things feel, how does your body feel? And from there, I'd like you to start counting your breath. So this is the breath, the breathing is your anchor. Okay, this is the thing that you're going to pull yourself back to. And given time, you will be able to pull yourself back very easily. And those thoughts that crop up in our heads won't have such a pulling effect, if you like, a distracting effect. So you start to train your brain to let thoughts pass by. So rather than thoughts are kind of like clouds in the sky. So we can sit there and we can let them just wander past with a nice soft gaze, or we can actually intently look at each and every cloud that passes by. And what mindfulness does is it enables you to just sit there calmly and watch these thoughts come and go, which is what we want. So we don't want to try and be aggressively cancelling out these thoughts. Just accept them for what they are and let them pass by, and they will. So I'd like you to count your breath. So you're going to be sitting here and you're going to count 1 on your in-breath, 2 on your out-breath, just breathing through the nose. Think about where you feel the breath. That's important too. So you're counting the breaths. You're just counting up to 10. When you get up to 10, you then start back at 1. So you go 1 on the in-breath, 2 on the out, 3 on the in-breath, 4 on the outs. Thinking about where you feel it, thinking intently about the breath. Now, your mind will wander. Your mind will wander, okay? And this is where the training comes in, and this is where mindfulness is going to help, because what you do, if you start to find the minute you find yourself or your mind has wandered, just acknowledge it as thought, thinking, thinking, and then come straight back to the breath again. That's all you need to do. Just acknowledge it as a thought, thinking, and then you come back straight back to the breath again. Okay, so you can carry on doing this for 10 minutes until your buzzer goes off, or 15 or 5. But definitely, as with every habit, it's about repetition. So although sometimes, and with repetition, sometimes it feels like you're just not getting anywhere, you're pushing against the wall, all this effort, but suddenly one day that the wall will give, and you'll kind of like a bit of a eureka moment, and you'll find that, wow, this is really benefiting me now. So persevere with it and make sure you do it every day if you can, as per the manual's instructions. Now, one other thing you can do instead of counting your breaths is to recite mantras or beliefs that are positive to you. So, for instance, I've got 3 mantras, and in my meditation, I count my breaths for 3 times 1 to 10, and then I start reciting my mantras over and over. And again, if my mind wanders, I just acknowledge it as thought and gently come back to reciting my mantras again. If I feel something, if I feel a well up of emotion, same as the thought, I acknowledge it as feeling, and I come back to my mantras. So mantras are great. This is a great meditation, is a great opportunity to reinforce new beliefs and new mantras. The more often you say it, the more you'll start to believe it. Like the old beliefs and the misbeliefs that we've been telling ourselves for many years, that we probably still believe, or we think we believe are true. It will take many times for the new beliefs to also sink in. So reciting them over and over again in meditation can be a good thing. Cool. Okay, so that's the end of the video on meditation. I hope it's all made sense and given you the skills and tools to go and try it for yourself. Good luck. Bye.